Special online. Casual match. Akuma. Special match. Online. Casual match. Ken.
Here comes a new challenger.
Casual match.
Now, find a new rival.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Difficult situation for a throw. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Lots of aggression from both sides. All right. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Locks the jump in. Both fighters are looking at near empty drive gauges. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Oh, they're in the corner. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Hits them with a stopping block. Were they baiting them into that? Throws him. What's next? Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Jumps. Uses the gauge for a super art. Big super art hit. It's on. I never miss. How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation? We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. What'll happen here? Player two holding on to that corner finds the target. Player one totally, and it bears the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Oh my God, what a risky play, but it pays off. Wrecks them. One player is in burnout state. Is it time to end? Does it touch the throw? Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Casual match.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Overdrive. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. They're really being worked over in the corner. Still slugging it out here. Hits with the overhead. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. They trade. Goes to the overdrive. Not shy with the grab. Both fighters are barely alive. Goes with the safe stuff with that target counter. Player 1 KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Oh, got too eager. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. They return to center stage. A quick breather. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Taking them for a ride on the Siberian Express. What'll happen here? Just goes for it at this range. Their life is hanging by opts for the critical art. Scared money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu Rippa. Shut up! That corner is starting to look scary. Backs it to the corner. Flatlines on. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Pack your bags. We're going to Siberia. Jumps it. Clutch, anti-air. Sets up with the jump in. Both fight reach out and hug him. Looking for a hole. They push their way out of the corner. Back to the corner. Nothing but air. Can they use their nothing stops this train? Huge chance after that wall splash. A big time lift. What's next? Oh man, this is a scary range. Fight back, are you kidding me? Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jones with the fireball. Burnout is triggered. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Drive gauge finally recovers. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. No more drive gauge. Reads them. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? All right, what's coming up next? Recovers from the KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Opts to create space to start. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Looking to plant him with a pile gun. Scrapping it out up close. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Goes for the jump in. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive begins. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. Time to shatter some blind bars and dreams. Hope you like gardening, because you're about to be planted. Player 1 might have just faked out the low kick. Will we see a drive in? That's gonna leave him rattled. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Drive impact misses. They back down to big time whip. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. see some fireworks. Hits the drive. Who's going to steal this win? Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to fill up their super art gauges here. They both have full drive gauges to work, looking to plant them with a pile driver. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Dangerous range connects with the throw. What now? That corner is starting to look set. Throw is denied. What a read. All the throw connects. Amazing. Reversal. Drive impact misses. Reach out and hug him. A real test of nerve. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Could we see a drive impact here? What are they gonna do? The low's blocked. Blocks the low kick. These fighters, ooh, taking him for a ride. Oh, they got him. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Casual match.
Luke. Here comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Overdrive. Lots of aggression from both sides. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? The jump in, will this super art connect? The super doesn't hit! Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Holds out with the block. Both fighters planning something? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Changes things up with an overhand. Sandblast! Dashes! There's an overdrive art. Good job. Just goes for it at this range. A quick breather. A super art? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without... They're going for the super art? Going in? He brings the impaler. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Life lead is there, but drive rush to keep it going. Oh, here we go. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player 2, the throw is denied. No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who's going to steal this win? Player 1 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive landing. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Both sides getting ready. Taking chunks and drops them from the air. Broken blast. Will this change the round? Brings the impaler. Player 1 needs punish counter on reaction. Have the Vulcan blast sealed the deal? Player 1 is burns out. Player 1 can't use any goes airborne. An absolute beast. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Target combo in, goes all in with the uppercut. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Goes to the overdrive. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Life lead opens up. From up above. Side switch in the court goes for the super art. The soup KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Blossom! Going on the offensive? Player one can't use any burnout activates. Knockdown. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Player two has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. A super art? Excellent read. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Flatlines them. Player one survived that tense mirror match.
Special online. Special practice. Training. Ruin lab.
I'm tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to hear that. For the friend of my life, show 'em what I got. 'Cause you're in for a show. Brought till I fall, boy. Challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Decides to go in with the target combo. Knockdown. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Burnout is triggered. Very solid corner switch. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Risky up close scrap still going. Will we see a drive impact? Hits them with a stop and pop. Headbutt. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. In there. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
versus Arcade Online. Casual match. Practice. Character guides. Combo try.
Here comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. That overhead was a bit obvious. No go for the throw. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Combo with the target combo. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Oh, burnout on both sides? Drive gauge finally recovers. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy up tap to close it. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Steps back to start things off. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Throws a fireball. Keeping experiencing burnout. Going in. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Knockdown and hopes with a medium kick. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch it? Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Open, sets up with the jump in. Medium kick. Scrapping it out up close. Player one managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Checks with a sandblast. Changes the pace of the fire. Oh, here we go. Player one needs turns out. Jump! What are they gonna do? Shoryu! I can't believe it! Uses their drive gauge! Do they have what it takes? They are done! Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that! Get up and tell them what's good! They're still hungry! Both sides stepping up for the rematch! Dashes! What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Strings it all together. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive move gets him. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Takes the chance to hurt him. Still slugging it out at this range. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen here? A drive impact could end it all here. A trade ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Connects with the throw. What's next? Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win here? Did we see a drive impact here? Huge chance after that wall splash. Oh, here we go. What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps in. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner switch. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Starts with a jump in. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. The throw and a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Both sides are going to have to fight without drive. One combo can end this round right now. Sandblast! Gets the jump in there! Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Sticks the jump in. Quick dash in. Doesn't miss a beat. Grabs and throws him away. Knockdown and... Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Still slugging it out at this range. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Flashes it, ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Gets the combo. Doing some quick planning? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? In there! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Shows the overhead. Still slugging it out here. Knockdown. Combo with the target combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? Beautiful setup with that attack. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. And it baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Going in. Oh, burnout triggered. Next hit will end the round. Okay, creating some space here. Neither fight. The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Sneaks in above. Topsies out of the quick dash. Player 2 chases rising uppercut. Shows a medium kick. Medium kick hit. Going in. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive is... burnout activates. Player 1 hits a good spot to use the super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. And Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Combo with the target combo. Player 1 may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Flashes them. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Breaks those shins. Scrapping it out up close. The throw whiffs. Throws a fireball. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. KO. Player 2 just posterized their opponent.